Three stocks to watch March 2018. That is what we are doing here today, guys. We're going to look at these three stocks. Two of them are reporting earnings actually during the month of March. The other one just has some very interesting things going on with it. One of these stocks I actually used to own. The other two stocks I have never owned. So it's going to be very interesting companies to look into and why they are kind of important to look into for this particular month. Hope you guys enjoy this. Make sure if you're not already in my stock market membership group, you get in there ASAP. Basically, if you're not in there already by March 1st, the price is going to $99. Right now, you can still get in for $49 a month, so make sure you get in there if you're not already in there. Third link in the description. Let's get into this, guys. AMC, the movie theater company. This is the first stock you're going to want to watch in the month of March. So they're going to be reporting numbers here on March 1st, okay? So actually the first of the month, they're going to be reporting their numbers, which are going to be some very interesting numbers, okay? So a few things to take away from this. So one is that obviously it looks like their revenue growth is going to be insane for this current quarter, 53%. It's not as good as it looks. Basically, they acquired a huge other movie theater company this past year, so it bumps up the numbers, makes them look insane. They're not really that insane. 53% growth is expected. But what's really important for this quarter being reported now is actually what they're going to say about next quarter. So next quarter, this company, as far as analysts are expecting this company to have revenue down almost 1%, okay? So no growth there. But I find that a little interesting, okay? Why? Because Black Panther just came out, right? Did $218 million opening weekend. One of the biggest movies ever in North America, all right? Disney, which supported Black Panther with a lavish 9-month marketing campaign, said Sunday that ticket sales for the film in North America were roughly $218 million from Friday to Monday. Analysts had expected Black Panther to arrive with about $165 million in North American ticket sales. So this is very interesting, and this is a stock. Look at this stock performance over the past year. It's been an absolute disaster, guys. Down over 53% in the past year here. So very important quarter for the company to kind of like, maybe this is a turnaround here, right? We just see Black Panther way outperforming, right? When a movie outperforms like that, not does it only help out ticket sales, it helps repeat visitors. When a big movie like that comes out and it gets a ton of hype and more people coming to see it that never even planned on seeing it, other people bring their friends and family who haven't seen it, right? Also, more concessionary things are sold every single time somebody goes to a movie, right? They end up buying, popcorn and soda and all that stuff. So that pushes up their numbers. So the next quarter is going to be a very interesting one as far as their guidance goes. If they come out with 5, 10, 15%, guidance revenue up as far as the next quarter goes, this is a stock that, will be very interesting to watch. Just put it that way, because it's a stock that has been beaten down with no good news. Sometimes if all of a sudden you can get some really good news, that will really make a stock pop. So I can tell you, if I was still crazy in the head and playing earnings like I used to do back in the day, I might be tempted to play this one. I don't do that anymore because, who knows, management can sandbag numbers, right? Maybe they're not as good as expected and things like that. I just find it hard to believe that this company is going to have revenue go down next quarter when you have a launch like we've had here with Black Panther, one of the biggest movies ever. I don't see it. But anyway, guys, Wynn Resorts is stock number 2, one of my old favorite stocks ever. As you guys know, I sold out of this stock last month. It was a phenomenal stock for me. So so much recent news has come out with this one, and it's been bad news. And so Steve Wynn obviously has stepped down now from the company as CEO and whatnot. Who knows if he's still kind of involved a little bit in the background and whatnot, but he has stepped down as CEO. There are shareholders trying to sue him now because the stock tanked since then, which I'm kind of interested, like what shareholders are suing him? Like ones that just got in the stock recently or what? Because Wynn stock over the past like 2 years, I own Wynn stock in the past 2 years, it is up massively. Look at the 2-year chart on this. So I don't know if maybe these were investors that just got in, or they're just mad that the stuff was kind of covered up. I don't know, but apparently people are trying to sue him now and whatnot. So he will not get his $330 million severance package. There was a lot of worries about that. So that is good news for the company. They do not have to pay out that ridiculous severance package, which in my opinion they should not have had to do with what was concealed there and whatnot. In my opinion, the company should not have paid that. The guy's already a multi-billionaire. Like, he doesn't need another 330 mil, especially when he's, faced the type of things he's facing here and the allegations that have come against him and what he's tried to hide in the past and whatnot. He should not have gotten that money, in my opinion. Now, Also, we got to understand here, he has now given up on Elaine Wynn's shares, his ex-wife, okay? So they've had a 6-year legal battle over those shares, which her stake was around 9.4%. So almost 10% of the company is her stake. Now, she said in the past, she's previously said that she wanted the ability to sell her shares so she could focus on philanthropy. So that is really interesting there, guys. Is Wynn in a situation where she might, start selling off her shares now that she's going to have control of them? And, that puts a huge seller in the market. When you're talking about 10% stake, if she started selling that stake at a mass portion, that's a lot of shares to dump on the market, okay? So basically what we have is we're going to have GGR numbers coming out March 1st, okay? These are going to be some of the most important numbers for Wynn in a long time as far as the GGR numbers go. Basically, they're expecting somewhere between 16 and 19% revenue growth in Macau for the March month, okay? The reason this is so important and so key is because this company has had bad news right now going. It's just a lot of negativity, a lot of worries right now. What's the company without Steve Wynn? Blah, blah, blah. A lot of worries there, right? So if all of a sudden, the one thing that Wynn has going for it right now is Macau's growth is strong right now. It's been strong for about a year and a half now, been very strong. It's got to continue to be strong. If the one thing that's going for Wynn right now, which is Macau growth, if that starts to slip and they only maybe do a 12% number, 10% number, you could look at possibly a very big sell-off in the stock. If everything's okay, numbers beat and whatnot, then maybe the stock can start going higher and resume its trajectory upward. But if that doesn't happen, guys, oh boy, it's going to be a very interesting stock to watch in the month of March. Ambarella is the next one here. A lot of you guys might not know Ambarella. So they do a lot of different chips, okay, with embedded vehicle autonomy. They have computer vision solutions for cars and whatnot, drone cameras they do, sports cameras. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Automotive video solutions, security and surveillance cameras. They do a lot of stuff as far as that type of their business, okay? They got a lot of growing markets. They're growing their business. However, some bad news has come out, over the past year with this stock. Basically, they lost GoPro as a customer, okay? GoPro and the Hero 6, they no longer use Ambarella, which GoPro used to account for more than 20% of Ambarella's actual revenue coming through the door. Also, in the new Spark drone from DJI that came out, what was that, about 9 months ago or so? That drone does not use Ambarella chips. And maybe possibly the Mavic Air, the new one they just launched, might not use any Ambarella chips as well. So those are its two biggest customers. They lost GoPro. They could be losing DJI more and more. We just don't know. We haven't seen the teardown for the Mavic Air yet. We know it's not in the Spark, so if it's not in the Air, it's really bad news there, okay? So they're going to be reporting numbers here on March 1st. They're going to be reporting numbers on March 1st, and these are going to be some very important numbers. So analysts have, brought down expectations big time. Analysts are expecting them to have almost negative 20% revenue, okay? Almost negative 20% revenue for this quarter. Next quarter to have around negative 9% or so there. So this is a situation where if the company misses even worse, this is a stock that could just, get hammered after hours, okay, if they miss even worse. But if maybe they come out and beat, maybe this is a stock that can, kind of stay around here or whatnot. But as for the company, as far as at least in the short term, they don't have much going for them at all. This is a beaten down stock. This was one of the hottest stocks in the market for a while there. But, with GoPro going down and then also GoPro cutting them out and then DJI now kind of parting ways with them, it's like, okay, you lose your two biggest customers. You're losing your two biggest customers now. What's left for you in the business there? So very interesting stock to pay attention to. If they miss numbers, guys, holy smokers, that may not be a stock that is looking too pretty. That could be, cut 20, 30% after hours. We'll have to see there, guys. But anyways, these are three stocks you're going to want to watch for the month of March. Very, very interesting stocks to pay attention to. Let me know if you guys own any of these stocks, if you're planning on owning any of them. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day.